Hello and welcome to another scene for the Living World of Darkness, Changeling the Dreaming 20th Anniversary Edition venue set in the Kingdom of Apples. Today's scene takes place in, well, one of the non-smoldering parts of Staten Island, if there are such a place, where a Slua maintains a library. She's, keeping tabs on the place, making sure that no wayward sinkholes or whatever damage her precious books. There are people within the library. There are people about to approach the library. But let's start with who's already there. Nathaniel, let's begin with you. What are you doing?
So Nathaniel, the past couple of days has been. I wouldn't say he lives here now, but it's he goes home to sleep. Um, he's just been in his with his nose in the books the entire time, and he realized he couldn't really find anything in the non quadruple S section. He just went on to the quadruple S section, and it's just like, what have we here? Like the entire time.
Roll me like either wits academics or intelligence academics or an investigation roll, whichever one suits you best.
That would be a wits academics check.
Okay.
Because I actually have 4 wits. Yay!
Yay!
Dun, 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 dun. Ugh. That's one success.
Yeah, that's one success. You managed to at least find the section in which that deals with things like old dreaming lore, which is probably where you will eventually find stuff about Baku and Mara. You can give me another roll.
Do you see this box? This box is Nathaniel's new home now.
Small box. Two successes.
2 successes?
Yes. You managed to find, like, these are old books, so you can tell why they're not out where like just anybody can grab them off of the shelves. You can feel that they require a lot of like tender care as you like slide them gently from the bookshelves, and like sometimes out of protective coverings themselves. But in there's a story of some individuals of kids from dark dreams, namely Redcaps and Slua, who wanted to pay homage to the Mother of Nightmares, and therefore they bestowed her with gifts so that she could grow strong in her nightly battle with her child. These were gifts of their own glamour, their own essence, to make her hungry and fierce, to make her ever-changing and fluid. But yes, this perhaps is the answer to what made Mara stronger.
I am furiously typing along as you speak. In case you had not heard it.
I don't know if that's you taking notes or just
It is
like
me taking notes. It is me literally putting the shit in my blue book and going like, oh!
Slua. So that leaves.
I will type in Slua.
So this is what you're reading when whoever enters the library, and you should be able to hear, with the heightened senses and all. Whoever wants to come in next, please do so. All right. Alice, you're coming in next since you guys.
All right. So Alice is coming in. She's in a very light blue sundress today, looking around, just the hairband in her hair before knocking on the door to come in.
A few moments after you knock on the door, you'll hear like the doorknob turn. There's little bells behind the door as it opens, and this individual right here is looking out at you. Yes, you can come in. She says as she like realizes you have a Fey mane and therefore you are welcome in her library.
Alice smiles as she comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. So this is my first time here. Uh, Anything special I'm supposed to do?
Well, this is a library, so generally just keep things quiet. If you have any questions on what you're looking for, I can help you find things. Is there anything specific that you're looking for?
Um, Foreign nightmare creating creature called Mara.
And she thinks for a moment. You know what? Have a seat. I'll send somebody to speak with you.
Oh, sounds great.
There's several like long tables for studying and doing research at, so make yourself feel at home. This, by the way, at one point was the library of Dessa. It has since been upgraded significantly to a like proper library.
Shade.
No, because it's no longer a private thing where it's like, oh, make an appointment. It's like, no, come read, learn things. Because learning is important.
Yep. So while she's waiting, you said that there's private research areas?
Yeah, there's like tables and stuff set. There's places to be quiet. It gets darker the further back into the library you get, though.
Okay.
So it's not pitch black, but it's more of an effort to keep sun from damaging these books.
That being said, Alice is going to take a moment to start looking around, peeking through. Considering how well she rolled in the scene where she was just remembering what she knew about Mara, she figures that she'll be able to get a good start at looking through the various tomes on the topic, something to supplement her knowledge, specifically looking for how to counteract the nightmares that are created, maybe some sort of talisman or enchantment that could be put into play.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll either wits or intelligence, investigation, or academics. Or Greymare, I guess, if you're looking specifically for enchantment related stuff.
Yay, because I mean she has a specialty in that.
Yeah.
I have gotten so much mileage out of that specialty. Logan told me I almost never roll it.
Well.
All right, so rolling. I'm gonna roll intelligence plus Greymare, and I am going to see what I find.
Okay.
I'm spending a willpower on this roll.
Okay. I'm looking really, really hard.
Oh yes, she's very focused on this because if she can find something related to how to prevent it for not just herself as a fey creature, but anyone, that would be important on her agenda.
Hot damn. Even with the nightmares. Hot damn.
Jeez, yeah. 1, 2, 3 successes. Okay.
With the willpower.
4, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you managed to find like a book of dreams and protection, and it makes references to like various times in which nightmares seem to have gotten out of control for whatever reason, and historically people tend to turn to various methods to sort of get a break. Especially those who are not inclined to fight their way through the mayhem. There's talk of people setting up protective rings, some people using magic to sort of take away the exhaustion. And then there are those, and this is like the notes are sort of like this is a dubious method. There are those who skip nightmares altogether by sleeping in the dreaming.
Why is it listed as a dubious method?
Roll me intelligence Greymare. No enchantments apply. Bedlam. Bedlam is a bad thing.
Wow, I'm just overcoming all these nightmares. Next combat roll, though, is going to be all ones. It's going to be 10 ones.
No, I've noticed this week is the week of Alice. Misha is also rolling just batshit insane this week. So. Yes. Nathaniel, you're in the back when Vanessa approaches you. There's somebody here who is looking to learn some. He's like turning towards the door. She wants to know more of Mara. You're already doing the research. Could you please pass along some knowledge to her?
Sure.
Thank you. And she hurries to the front of the library to answer the knock at the door. A moment later, Vanessa opens the door and looks up.
William is there.
She gives him a toothless smile and says, "You don't have to knock, you know.
My apologies.
You are welcome here." And she like opens the door for him. Just because he is much larger than her, she has to step out of the way quite a bit.
Yeah, he opens, like lowers his head to enter, and then enters and nods at everybody.
Nathaniel from the back will close the book, return it very carefully to its shelf. It's like, and then take his light, whatever he was using, it's like, and shuffles back to the forefront. He's just like, wow, this place has gotten busy.
People thirst for knowledge.
William kind of sits silently, and then he looks at Vanessa and says, "May I just get one of the books and continue reading?"
Of course. Somebody's got some serious noise coming in.
Is it me?
I don't know. Let's see. It wasn't it. Yeah, I think it was you. Okay. What'd you say, Amachan? William?
William just he asks for one of the books that he was reading. And can you check your PMs, please?
Okay. She'll go retrieve some books for him and return and put them on the table for him to go through and read. Also in the library are Nathaniel and Alice.
No, he nodded at them, like
okay.
he doesn't want to bring the silence of the library, break the silence of
it. Nathaniel, seeing as William has just entered, will deduce that he is in fact not the person who asked about Mara. And will kind of turn his head, not 360 degrees, to look for someone else. And kind of looks at Alice and then shuffles his way towards her. We'll ask her in the quiet, slow voice, "Were you the one who was asking about Mara?"
Alice will look up at Nathaniel. "Oh, Nathaniel. Yeah, I was looking into it."
Okay. Not an expert, but I can share what I've discovered so far.
By all means, go ahead.
Would you mind if I sit with you?
She motions. Of course.
He'll sit his ass down. Like, how have you been? We haven't spoken in a very, very long time.
It's been a wild ride. I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Aside from everything that is going on, I'm doing pretty good.
Everything that's going on?
You know, with the nightmares and all that,
Oh,
and the fires here, the falling zeppelins from the sky.
oh, that was some interesting news. You know, I thought I would be the first one to cause some sort of crazy pyromanic event in the city, but it turns out it was just a zeppelin.
I don't think that makes it any more normal, Alice.
I've been fighting nightmares on tops of roofs. Um, for me, at this point, a zeppelin falling out of the sky sounds pretty normal.
Nathaniel will question in his mind, will I one day become like this as well? You will shrug and say, see, well, fair enough. Everybody has their own touch and go. So Mara and the Baku, apparently they're out of balance. How much do you know about the current thing going on?
The nightmares, Mara herself, or what's out of balance? Because I know a lot about Mara, and I was just researching on the nightmares that were going on and ways to protect against them. And then I also was researching, going to research the balance point. Um, but you seem to have information on that?
I think, from what I've been told, the two of them have been brought out of whack. Either Mara's been made stronger or the Baku has been made weaker. And I don't know which is which, but I do know that there are various Kifs once, a long, long time ago, who looked at Mara and said, we will make you stronger. We will make you hungrier. We will make you fiercer. They wanted to pay homage to the Mother of Nightmares. They wanted to make her ever changing, like a river of quicksilver running down a shining forest.
You said specific kiths. Do you know the names?
Kif's made out of nightmares. Take a wild guess. And he will smile at her,
Tulane?
shake his head.
You. No, it couldn't have been.
Blue and red.
So. The Slua are involved?
I don't know if they're involved. Rather, no. He'll say it differently. He'll say, I don't know if we're involved.
Hmm.
Why is it that you only mention the Slua and not the red caps?
Oh, because when I think of red caps, I think of dirty dancing and eating things. You guys are really, really good at the darkness and fear stuff.
You know why they call a red cap a red cap?
No, I assumed it had something to do with something European.
Oh, in England, a story passed around. A little goblin that hunts down people with large axe, kills them. Their blood sprays and flows freely everywhere, and will wear this large hat, like a wizard's. Every time the blood would poodle around their victim, they would dip their head in the blood, put it back on, like a red cap. Nathaniel looks very proud that he knows the story.
Alice nods her head.
Everybody's talking about these gods. It's pissing me off. That's what William says.
Just loudly in the library, Nathaniel's all whispering and shit.
Yeah.
Just a very friendly but polite, like, shh from Vanessa. Why are you pissed off, William?
I hate the gods that decides what's right and wrong for us. The balance they speak is nothing but a lie. There is no balance in this world. There was balance when people were dying from hunger and other stuff. There were balance when dark trods were opening at the Bronx. This is just dumb shit that has been going on for 1,000 years, and everybody calls it balance because this dumb shit has been going on for 1,000 years.
They were conveniently not here because it's almost like an unassailable wall of stories seems to torment us.
Yeah, fuck those stuff. The people needs to get good and change. These things are just the way they are because we let them be.
Well, how about him, Ben? Power got more powerful because it was fed glamour. The Baku, they could bother anybody.
I can't hear you, man. I'm sorry, OOC.
Well, all right then. The Mara got made more because she got fed glamour. And maybe if we do the same to the Baku, they'll just continue doing their thing.
And so you want to return to the you want to return to the normal?
What do you propose we do differently?
I don't know. But I just don't. I think the normal is not good enough.
Well then, do what we do? Do what you're doing now.
Exactly.
Read books, learn about them, and see what we can do.
This Baku and Mara is just pawns of status quo. Yeah, let's say that the nightmares are ended. What are we going back to?
The way it was before.
And the way it was before is not good enough.
Then what
So
do you want it to be?
I want it to be more. I want justice, peace, equality, freedom.
And how are you going to do that with dreams and nightmares?
These things are just letting us see stupid dreams. These gods has enough power to change things. They created this world to have an unequal system.
And what if they can't?
How do you know they can? They already give us these dreams.
And what if dreams, nightmares are the only thing they can give?
They can give the dreams of equal system.
Dreams of equal system are useless.
Why?
Because it's the acts of an equal system that makes it worth something. Just dreaming about it won't help anybody.
And that's what will make it people to act. You're created by these dreams.
Nathaniel squint his eyes a bit and then look back at him.
What is what is there in the world that is suffering from these nightmares now? Homeless, changelings on the streets, the changelings who are not educated who can protect themselves. They're all gonna fuck up when this shit returns to normal anyway. Unless some people decide to look after them, like me and others who were looking after them and started to look after them when we pushed them to do it. So, I'm sorry, but I'm just a person who's not cruel enough to let these things be. I want to change the world, and I want to change this status quo that actually tells us, yeah, man, dreams and nightmares. You will see stupid dreams that will make you bow to the she and the nobles.
Are they keeping us bound then?
We're created by these dreams. They're the ones who created. These dreams who created us. The Baku said, "I'm there when a child sees a dream or anyone sees a dream." If they're creating nightmares and dreams, that's what we come from. I'm not trying to destroy the balance. I'm just trying to change the way the Baku gives us dreams. That's what I want to do. A peaceful revolution. For a better world. For a better tomorrow. We have the chance to change things now. Why are we not changing it?
How do you know if they're what creates dreams and they were not created by it?
That's what Baku said, and it's worth to try.
So you go on about you want to change one of the two parts that makes the current system of dreams and nightmares, and you believe it based on what it's telling you. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
There are sources who went
like
to the libraries.
I feel like it's just grasping at straws.
I'm trying to read here.
I see. You spoke up first. Very good way to read.
Alice is trying not to laugh at that. She has a hand over her mouth and she's looking at a book intensely.
It's just this God talks make me sick, man. Sorry, not everybody is happy about these gods being okay with making decisions that never ask to us because they just have the power to do it. Sadly, I'm not cruel enough to be okay with just returning the way it was.
William, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you want to read or do you want to continue this talk? I'm confused.
I will read and I will have actions.
For the record, he looked genuinely confused. It wasn't like as but it wasn't like but like
No, you will say I will read and I will do actions.
okay. And then he'll turn his attention back to Alice. So like I was saying, currently it seems like the Baku weaker. So one of the steps making the Baku stronger. Did I cut out again?
You cut out for a second, so all I heard was weaker and then fade out and then stronger. So.
Okay. So he said currently the Baku is weaker. So maybe a first step could be to make the Baku stronger or weaken Mara.
Making the Baku stronger, then we have two extremes. We have basically one party amped up Damara, and then one party has amped up the Baku. I'm worried that if we power up both of them, it doesn't create balance. It just creates two extremes happening at the same time.
You know, what I was talking about happened well, I don't know when, but a long time ago.
Like
What has happened?
several thousand years ago.
Yeah, exactly. What has happened now that they've become like this? Did any of them share that?
What do you mean?
If something goes wrong, it's because something has made it go wrong.
Right.
What has happened that made it go wrong?
I'm not even up to that point yet in my research. I was just looking for ways to mitigate what's going on right now so that I could even begin diving deeper. I mean, I'm dealing
Oh,
with sleepless nights, and um, part of that's my fault, up fighting monsters all evening, but the other part is the nightmares. So once I can get a handle on that, I figure I'll be able to take a few steps forward, and then I can start researching what went wrong, what happened, what even the current situation really is.
why not just ask them?
Mara and Baku?
Yeah, somebody with strong aptitude for neuromancy should be able to create dreams, right? Why not ask them in those dreams?
I think part of it's my. I'm going to blame my parents on this one, but uh, what is it called? Their spiritual beliefs kind of rubbed off on me. Shinto and uh, directly talking to the spirits almost feels presumptuous. I know it's weird to say.
It's maybe. However, feel like it's presumptuous to grovel before them and ask them if they could please fix it when they're the ones causing chaos and trouble for everybody.
I never said I was going to grovel before them. I never said I was going to even ask them to fix it.
It's a
I don't,
figure of speech.
I don't know enough of what's going on. I'm worried that if I jump right now, I'm going to be acting too rashly no matter what direction I go in. Again, I am not exactly thinking 100% clearly right now.
Fair enough.
Off in the distance, you'll hear the like slight clatter of like a teapot being filled with water, various teacups being set. They will not be brought out to where the books are, though, because this is Vanessa. But after a few moments, Vanessa steps to where everybody is, and I've made tea. It may help you focus.
Thank you. Um, you're far too kind.
She sort of gives a head tilt. I'm just kind enough, I think. And she gives that toothless smile of hers, and she turns to William. I've made some for you as well.
Thank you. Is there a place we can talk in private?
Yes. And she'll turn to Nathaniel. You know where the kitchen is.
I'll nod.
And she'll walk with William, not into the Slough section because he wouldn't fit, but it's further from the other patrons. Is there something I can help you with, my friend?
Yes. And William takes a pen and paper and starts writing, which says, "I got something for you to see." And then he pulls a spider. And he then gives the paper and pen.
And she looks at the mechanical spider. It's currently inactive, and she pushes its legs a bit so that it's back into a standing position as she examines it. And she writes down on the paper, "Where did you get this?"
He writes, "Old friend." She's in prison.
She nods. She turns the spider over and unhinges a little door that is on its torso, and it reveals a compass. And she writes down
compass.
a compass. It's used to help you navigate.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little compass inside the spider.
I'll pull up a picture for you, Amachan.
Thank you.
And she writes down, "This is supposed to help guide you somewhere." Is there something your friend was looking for?
He nods.
Are you seeking what your friend was looking for?
He nods.
And she turns her head and gives a soft series of very, very quiet clicks. And her spider crawls up through the layers of lace that of her dress and onto her shoulder. Yes. Thank you. This will lead you somewhere. And she turns to her spider and whispers something very softly to it. And it scurries over to this thing and starts fidgeting with it.
I ask you to not tell anyone.
Are you sure you don't want to take somebody with you?
No. But it has to be done. I have Calgar with me. I will be safe, I promise.
Do you really want to continue on this? This is going to be a pretty big combat. Are you sure you don't want to?
I can just fuck off and run.
Run!
Sadly, there's no one to help me.
I mean, it could be worse. I mean, just because there's no one to help you, just because you're saying don't tell anyone. It's you could not say that.
If I don't come back in a couple days, just inform people.
I thought you were smarter than that.
Sometimes we need to handle things on our own. I'm sorry, Vanessa. I don't want to put this to your shoulders. I apologize.
And she just sort of shakes her head. This sort of dangerous ignorance. It works better in storybooks than it does in, well, life.
My life doesn't matter that much. It's to me, at least.
She sort of gives a very narrow-eyed squint. I make no promises.
Thank you. Just look after Maurice if you can.
She nods.
He extends a hand. He extends a hand.
She'll take his hand, but she's not putting much effort into like the shaking of it. She's wildly sus about following some random spider somewhere. As her spider like finishes whatever it was doing, and it's sort of like the chimerical device starts to sort of function. I'll give you 10 minutes.
Let's make that 15. For old time's sake.
Old times. We've known each other for a few months.
We suffered a lot of shit. Remember? You don't remember. I don't remember that as well, so never mind. Other people told me that you were not coming from a deep dreaming. And I had to save you 2 times.
Well, I appreciate it then. For as little as I remember of it.
Nods and then continue. Like he nods, drops her hand, looks at Kelgar, smiles, his shield and his sword is there. He nods and he goes.
Spider will lead you down a trod. We're going to get back to you in a moment.
Yeah, okay. Let these guys end first and then let me die.
Oh. So, you guys are having your conversation. We'll say that you've finished research for the day. And do you guys plan on doing scenes in the next 48 hours? Do you have any other big things planned?
Alice was going to go talk to her husband about the upcoming concert she has that's going to be coming to the city. That cross venue thing. That's all I had. What about?
Well, we're going to say in about 2 days, you get a very frantic phone call from Vanessa. Both of you. Well, Nathaniel pretty much spends all of his time there, but you were there. And she still hasn't heard from William.
William's missing?
He followed something.
To where?
I don't know. I'm not exactly well suited for fighting things if he's gone to where I think he has.
Where has he gone?
This is something I should not discuss on the phone.
Oh. Well, get in touch with anyone you can. I'll be there in a moment.
With she'll meander to where Nathaniel is. William's a friend of yours as well, right? Where's Max? Did he disappear?
Made the comment about horror movies in the side chat.
He is not in his camera.
Okay. Well, then I will wait for him to return. Why is my phone going off so much?
Because I am PMing.
Too bad. You let me run things. You come into my house. Just shut up, okay? Let me do my thing. Jesus. Max, come back.
Okay. What changed in version 2 of the errata?
Naming stuff.
Oh. The
Just
only art I'm never going to learn.
why?
It is just it is too extra. There's just too much stuff.
It's just too much bullshit.
Yeah, I have plans to take Alice down the summer tree. I have plans to take Alice down like maybe if I can ever find a reason. By find a reason, I mean I'm not having to deal with things that are causing me to have increased difficulty for my social roles. Maybe I'll finally get into Wayfair. Yeah, I was supposed to go down Wayfair, but the Nightmare thing and she wanting to do a concert meant I needed to get some difficulty reductions from Summer if this is going to happen.
William wants to master Wayfair and Primal. Pardon, Wayfair and Dragon's Ire.
Dragon's Ire, one of the few things that did not require errata that is commonly in use in this venue.
I don't know what to say about that. I'm gonna errata everything. Magic is impossible. Nobody believes. Enjoy.
What, are we playing Mage now?
Right. I could never figure it out. Like, how do I do magic? You do magic. What?
Magic, oddly enough, Magic's system in Mage makes a lot of sense to the way my brain works. For some reason, like I get the idea that if you believe something hard enough, it becomes true. Where I have trouble is there's only a limited number of paradigms I am personally out of game familiar with. Like the Hermetic system makes sense to me because I used to study a lot of Renaissance, Middle Ages, Dark Ages, and alchemy because I was really interested in early chemistry. And then anything Asian, like Chinese, Confucian, or Buddhist, Chinese Buddhist. I'm not really as familiar with the Indian.
All right, we have a
Hindu
max.
systems. There we go.
All right. Yes, it has been 2 days since William disappeared following a spider. Vanessa seems to be rather worked up. She has called in Alice. Since she was here that day that William went missing.
Mm-hmm.
And she at least confirms that Alice is vaguely in the loop with what the hell William is chasing after.
What is he chasing after?
Nobody knows. Not even William. But he followed a spider. A little clockwork spider with a compass built into it. And so
Where if there's going to be combat, I'm going to be completely useless, guy.
Hooray! No. But you'll have other strengths. So, prehensile tongue. God.
I'm going to shoot my gun with my tongue, guys.
God damn it. Okay.
I'm going to use the stunt mechanic in Changeling 20 because nobody used the fucking stunt mechanic.
I can't do enough damage for it.
Oh no. All right, so Vanessa has called Alice to return to the library 2 days later. Nathaniel, she
is there.
Yeah, you're there already. She's just
somewhere in the shadow. She just has to call Nathaniel and he'll just be very silent. Yes.
William's a friend of yours, right?
Yes.
He disappeared 2 days ago.
On that day.
Yes.
The conversation style who was carrying. I'm not surprised.
Well, I'm worried about him.
Where did he go?
She gives a little, click, and her own spider sort of crawls up to Nathaniel and gives kind of a little wave of its little hand there, little leg, kind of a
Nathaniel,
pick me up gesture.
Nathaniel will wave at it as well, and then pick it up. And as soon as he does so, his own spider will crawl out of his foil, just sit in his shoulders, like staring. Nathaniel's spider looks like Lucas the spider.
Adorable. I love spiders though, so they're too many eyes. Anyways, this little spider sort of like kind of does like little wild like hand motions, like it's trying to explain where what this thing was. But Vanessa is sort of translating for her spider at the moment, as it's basically saying it fixed a mechanical chimerical spider that was intended to take William somewhere in the deep dreaming.
What the fuck?
It's not sure for what exactly.
Welcome to my life.
Oh lordy, I'm gonna have to look up the effects of the deep dreaming on my fucking heft now.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the
What
first time
page is
Nathaniel
it
will
on?
go into the dreaming, guys.
Yay!
Yay!
Does anyone know what page the deep dreaming stuff is on?
Not off the top of my head, but if you give me a moment, I can find it.
No, that's
for
cool. I can probably find some words.
Good sunshine.
Hey,
Salut.
oh, dreaming mechanics. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Deep dreaming. Dear Lord.
Yes, what is it?
We get first of all, everyone gets Remembrance 5 by going into deep dreaming for
Oh yeah,
the duration of the stay.
Mm-hmm.
page 302.
Yes.
Holding me back. Dun, 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 dun,
Then-
dun, dun, dun.
Don't trolls get like
Holding me
4
back.
extra strength or something?
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
oh dear Lord.
Oh, I can't speak there. This is gonna be great.
Mm.
Normal cantrip casting turns chaotic akin to unleashing. Apply unleashing rules to cantrip casting and check the number of successes against the total art. Okay, so art plus realm though.
Mm-hmm.
But everything's unleashing, so you
Yeah.
always get nightmare.
But you get to completely control shit, and you don't have to be like, I do a bunk. It's just like, I do magic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Though nightmare is bad.
Eh.
I still haven't gotten around to dealing with the removing that point of imbalance yet.
Well, I mean, I want to say that it's fairly easy to remove a point of imbalance by, instead of taking glamour, you remove a point of imbalance while musing.
Yes, but that would be difficulty 10 because there's a difficulty 8 kenning roll because I don't have the difficulty reductions yet.
Yes.
Well, so you can just go to the dreaming and be like, I stay here an hour. Not wrong. That is literally how it's described.
But yeah, it's the kenning is what would be what kills me.
Mm.
Huh.
And it's apparently only the deep dreaming that you get the 1 glamour back per hour, and that would be scary to be that deep. Oh, and you add a dot of glamour in the deep. We get a permanent dot of glamour when we're in the deep dreaming.
Let's see.
Holy shit!
It looks like, well, while you're there.
Yeah.
So yes, which means William is at like 9 glamour, and you're at what is it now?
I would be at 8, because I am extra as fuck when it comes to this.
Excellent. Oh man, that means, wow, we actually have a character who would be at 11. That's some spinal tap shit.
God damn you, Charles.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's been dumping like hard into glamour. I've been trying to master my arts. It goes well.
Well, he's been inspiring himself. So. Ba-da-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Oh,
Okay.
we're still doing the permanent glamour thing where if you get enough successes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I told you guys, I am not that person who's like, you need to justify why you're rolling. I know why you're rolling. You're greedy bastards. That's why you're rolling. It's fine.
Since we're 2 days later, do you have to make the willpower roll again?
I'm gonna be merciful for this because you're about to go into some fucking shit.
Oh well, all right then.
So, you know what? For this one slight act of mercy, for some reason, this Friday, you or Saturday or whatever, you managed to get a good night's rest. All right?
Okay.
But so 48 hours from now, if you guys do scenes after this, yeah, you don't have your 2-die penalty.
Of +2 difficulty.
Whatever the hell it is.
You're the storyteller, Carol. What is this anarchy?
It's everything.
Well, I get almost no benefits for being into deep dreaming, apparently. Because I don't have anything. I only have one birthright that requires glamour, and that only works if you're like restraining me with cold iron. And if we're into deep dreaming,
No, there's no cold iron.
What happens when you're in deep dreaming? Like for a troll?
So the way
increase.
that it was.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying from what happened in another game when I was playing a troll. When I went to the far dreaming, I got 2 extra health levels and 2 extra strength. So I imagine when you're going to the deep dreaming, it's like
4.
get 4 extra strength and 4 extra health levels.
According to the birthright section, anyone who gets what's called an advantage, any attribute rating, willpower dots, or health level bonus from your birthright, you increase the number of levels that that attribute adds by 4.
Oh, okay.
On top of whatever your base bonus is.
Wait, how many oaths does William have?
3.
3.
So he'd get 12 strength.
You don't get like more than 2 though. But you don't get like more than 2. You get like the 2 is the final
you get
strength.
more than 2. You can't get more than 2 health levels. But strength.
No, you still can get more than strength.
This isn't the deep dreaming. You're also like at least like 2 stories tall right now.
You're a trolls are a mountain size in the deep dreaming.
Okay. So like William has this like stats in physicals. So like, can you guys tell me what he has with his like stuff, so I can actually count them?
Okay.
In the chat.
Add 4 more health levels and 4 more strength to your sheet.
Okay, thank you.
That is the total bonus. I don't know what's the other troll birthright, because they have 2, right?
So you get 1 strength per oath and 1 health level per oath, but your health level increase is limited to maximum of 9.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know if that limit is broken by the deep dreaming. That'll be up to Carol.
What? Sorry, I zoned out for a moment because I was reading something else, and I was like, "How do I do that?"
Oh, you also get the ST also gets to pick a third ability that because you have an ability based one that you can't botch. So you can't botch athletics or alertness, and then you get to get another one on top
Computers.
of that.
No, sorry. No. Probably melee, something like that.
Thank you.
Also, if you break one of your oaths, or is it? Hold on. So if you break a vow, you die.
That's cool.
This I cannot talk. Does Alice have to pick fights all the time?
What is your frailty?
I keep forgetting because it never comes up. It's so.
Check.
Yeah, I got a hoard. It's about my hoard, and that's why, because whatever my collection is,
What do you
you know,
collect?
she collects anime figurines, collectibles, cosplay outfits. That's left over from when she was a childling. It's gotten more specific now to magical girl stuff. Because
Spending more than a week away from her collection triggers banality.
yep.
Okay.
So it'd probably just if I spent a week away, it kind of like the troll thing. I'd probably just drop dead. So I can't stay in the deep dreaming as long as other kiths could, in theory, go crazy staying in the dreaming.
That's why you collect baby teeth and you keep that shit on you. No,
The Tooth Fairy was a Cluricon all along.
Just wait until, like, if she ever goes to the dark side, like Shadow Court, oh no, she'll have her collection on her at all times. I'll say that.
Oh God. After seeing how you harvest glamour. Or sorry, dross. Yeah, gross. All right, well then. So, William, you've been gone for about 5 minutes. When you notice spiders creeping towards you. One is about roughly the size of a, what did we say it was? Not corgi. Corgi was far dreaming. It's like roughly the size of a horse at this point. It's Vanessa's spider. I hope you guys don't mind me fast forwarding you're following these things, do you? Are you not going to?
William will follow these things.
Oh no, they're chasing after.
Yeah, like they're probably like chasing after the mountain, which is
Yes.
William.
Yes, and you guys, Alice, Nathaniel, are you following the spiders of Vanessa? And yes.
Yes, she is following them.
Okay, Nathaniel, any hesitation? Any?
Nathaniel has several questions, and yet he's unable to speak a single one of them.
Oh, did you want to ask before you leave?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. What I do know is that I'll activate my fucking treasure.
Excellent.
Yes, Alice has her ring and her magical girl outfit on right now.
So I will roll my glamour, which is now 6 dice. Yay! Did I fuck it up?
Let me see.
Ah, there we go.
Sometimes it just decides to go.
One success.
Huzzah!
So I am the knight.
Mhm.
So for Alice, what happens? Nathaniel wears what seems to be a cloak, and when he puts the hood on, it's almost like the cloak comes alive, and there's like spidery tendrils wrapping around him, and it's just creepy and shadowy and scary.
Alice
Yay.
fights nightmares on a daily basis. She'll allow it.
It's okay. Yay. But yes, no, it'll be like, oh, and I have my fucking gun that Minerva gave me a long time ago. Because I still have this, apparently.
Yep. Alice is armed with her melee weapon of doom from Minerva, the sword.
Where it leads you to what appears to be a slate-colored mountain that is your friend.
Nathaniel would say, wow, that's a big mountain. And then he can't speak. So it's just like.
William kind of like looks at them and says, "You guys should go back."
Well, I totally agree, but you're coming back with us. You've been missing for 2 days.
It's been 6 minutes. I'm fine.
2 days. No,
Fine.
it's been 2 days.
Cool.
Vanessa called us.
Fine, you go back. I got things to do. I will be fine.
Does William know American Sign Language?
He doesn't, but he can understand certain things if you roll properly expression.
So Nathaniel makes a whole bunch of hand gestures.
What does he try to say?
Hold on, let me get to my computer. Most of them are pretty frantic and don't really have any meaning, but it's just like. No, wait, there's this shadowy blob that makes a whole lot of hand gestures.
William is like, is that Nathaniel?
It was.
Two fingers go up.
You guys should go back. This is dangerous. I will be fine. Just go back. This is not your fight.
I will look over towards Alice, seeing as I can't speak.
Is there something you're trying to say?
Not really. It's just more like you can talk. I can't.
No, she actually asked that.
He just shakes his head and kind of gestures towards his throat, and then gestures towards you.
Oh. William, first of all, anything out here I can face. Second of all, you've been gone 2 days, aren't you? Don't you have some sort of responsibilities in Brooklyn?
I do have responsibilities, and I'm fulfilling my responsibilities.
So
You should
what
go
message would you
back.
like me to take back to them?
Say that I'm doing my responsibilities. I will be back soon.
Everyone roll perception alertness.
There comes the storyteller, lightning storm.
Dun, dun, dun. I actually have 4 dice finally for this.
Can I say, like, because I am like a mountain, like I see the shit if it's too big?
It is a tiny, tiny spider doing something, so no.
Okay.
In fact, that might hurt you.
I have 1 success.
Okay.
So, Carol, do I currently have like a -6 difficulty on my perception checks? Or
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Actually, it might even be better because you have a difficulty reduction, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. -6.
I don't
Okay.
think you can fail. You automatically succeed.
Yes, Nathaniel, you see this first then. You see these spiders, the rather large spider, your own adorable spider, kind of looking a little alarmed. As you follow along what they're looking at, you see a mechanical spider kind of tapping on a design rather like rhythmically along a design that's carved into a granite mountain that is before you.
Okay. So here's what he'll do.
Uh-huh.
William, looking at Nathaniel, turns his head and sees a thing. And he goes to look.
Yes, and Alice, let's see, you would have seen this as well. you would have probably seen Nathaniel's wild gestures, and then you can, instead of looking to William to follow his eye line, just follow to the spiders, where you see a tiny little chimerical, they tapping along.
Nathaniel and Alice, go back and say I will be back soon.
No. That will not be happening. As the spider continues to do what it does, the mountain seems to fade away.
Wait, the mountain or William?
The mountain, the real mountain.
Oh.
Fades away. And large purple wings unfurl as a serpentine horned head rears up and eyes the three of you.
William just says, I came here to seek answers.
Nathaniel will wave at it.
Politely seek answers.
You feel it respond inside your mind, and it has a voice like tearing steel and like nails across slate. it hurts to hear this voice crawling in your head as it tells you, you should be afraid of me. Why are you here? What are your questions?
The people are hurting thanks to beliefs of equality. Their hopes are hurting. So I came here to seek answers and find ways to change the world.
You feel this thing trying to move your legs to step back. William, since you have the highest willpower and like that whatever, you easily manage to resist this, being the troll that you are. But you still feel that it is trying to make you go away. Everyone else roll willpower difficulty 10 to not take a step backwards.
Well, it's nice knowing everybody.
All right, Alice, you managed to fight off that feeling of step backwards. Nathaniel, you take a step back. You know that this is a but it's just a step. It's not like
If I know this, it's like
Nathaniel and Alice, go back and say I will be back soon.
I don't think running is much of an option anymore.
And William just like looks at this, whatever this is, and says, I came here to seek answers. Your intimidations doesn't frighten me. Stand aside. Let me go towards this place and find the answers I seek, or else.
it looks down at the spider that led you here, and a claw delicately picks it up, practically microscopic to it.
Let that thing, let that thing go.
It laughs inside your mind as it crushes the thing easily between two talons and says, I am the answers you seek.
Oh.
So how can I change the world?
You feel
You
it
can
kind
read
of
my mind.
Yeah, you feel it sort of crawling around in your headscape as it says, you cannot.
What do you mean I cannot?
You cannot. And it looks low for a moment, not at you, but at something slightly behind it, and tells you, now leave this place or die.
So, what does my common sense? Because
boy.
did I just came this like all for nothing? Like
No.
that's how he feels.
It is not an all or nothing. It's you can roll, let's see, I guess enigmas.
Can I spend a willpower? I don't have enigmas, but I have Greymare.
I feel like enigmas are a better one for this. Greymare at a higher difficulty. So.
Okay, I will roll. Spend willpower.
Mm-hmm. Perception plus.
One. I got one success.
Okay. It knows how to change minds. This thing, this thing changes minds. There is something about this. This is what Garena was going to look for.
So, essence of this thing can help me.
Perhaps.
You can change. You can change things I see. And I hear, are you my challenge?
It looks It looks down at you. This thing is large enough to dwarf a troll.
As a mountain?
Yup. And stretches out its wings until the sky turns violet as the sun shines through these wings. And says, "You are no challenge to me."
William,
Everyone is hearing this in their own heads, by the way.
William again looks at Alice, like doesn't look, and says, "Alice and Nathaniel, go back. This is not your fight. I will
Carol,
be
can I do something?
fine."
Can I do something crazy?
Sure.
Can I roll stealth?
Yes.
I'm very quiet and I'm
Yes.
very tiny. I should not, quote unquote, be able to be seen by this thing.
No, you should be able to stealthily do the things. You don't have to roll stealth. I'm pretty sure that's one of those can't botch in the deep dreaming slew-off things. You can turn into fucking mist in the deep dreaming.
Oh.
No, where are you going?
That's a good question. I'm feeling like going on is a bad idea, so we're gonna do that.
Going on like to the dragon or beyond the dragon?
Beyond it? I feel like beyond the dragon. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send you a message.
Oh boy.
Which is great. The reason I'm doing this is because you can't actually tell them what you're seeing.
That's interesting.
William doesn't see Nathaniel anymore, and he looks at Alice, like he turns at Alice and says, "Alice, go back. This is not your fight. You don't believe in this."
Oh. Oh.
She'll.
Oh shit.
Okay, she did not laugh. I'm just laughing because that was just a perfectly.
"You will regret this. Don't aid me in this."
Alice takes a moment to look over her shoulder.
"You should go back to your husband."
Aren't you just sick of people always assuming you can't handle your shit, Alice?
She is, and looks back. She's not looking at William when she's been ignoring William this entire time. Looks back over her shoulder, looks back at the dragon. So, do you know what I'm known for? Mr. I'm no challenge for you.
Just tell me when I can pop back in.
Anytime you want.
Do you know?
You pop back in hearing Alice call this dragon Mr. What was it?
Mr. You're no challenge for me.
You hear it respond in your head. "I know nothing of who you are, because here you are nothing."
Nathaniel will become visible all of a sudden, standing right in front of Alice, just like, and then gestures for something to ride on.
She'll hand him her Sharpie while she's continuing to walk past him now.
Mhm.
And then hand it over to Alice.
I'm the Burning Fire Manhattan. The one who can bring back the dead.
William's like looking at Nathaniel. What the fuck? He tries to read that thing. What do you want?
Just waving it furiously.
And what does it say?
When he managed to catch a glimpse of it, it says, "It's a she, or like a woman, and she has eggs. What does the mother do when her children are threatened?"
Everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
Yay!
Can I say something?
Yes. If I just want you to know, though, you don't have to actually cast bunks here.
I know, but I still
Okay.
But
will.
bunks reduce the number of successes you have for the purposes of determining if you go over your cap for unleashing, right?
Just a second. These are the things that people are getting. Some of them, at least.
Mm-hmm.
The second that thing flies, William like pulls his sword and says, says the magical words. As everybody will have like actions for 3 turns. One more action for a 3 turn. They have 7 more health levels. Weird. For 15 turns, it is. I will explain them. I will explain them. Never mind. Let's just do this thing and let's go ham.
Oh well, that's a terrible result.
Let's see. Doo-doo-doo. If it would let me freaking open this, that would be great.
Akin to unleashing. Okay, so.
Please, nobody unleash.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, any arts we cast, it says apply the unleashing rules to the cantrip, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
What does that mean?
So all magic you do is unleashing.
Yes.
Yeah, there is no we don't have our regular arts. We are always unleashing. Though if you call for a regular unleashing,
Mm-hmm.
where you don't get the benefits of your art plus realm and then bunks reducing successes for control purposes, you get 3 extra dice when you do a regular unleashing and you get none of the protections.
Okay. So like, I think what's the initiative of this dragon?
20. It is
Okay.
at 20. So it's going
It goes
first.
first. Come at me, motherfucker.
All right. It stares at the 3 of you and then hones in on Alice, since apparently she's supposed to know who Alice is.
Oh,
And
shit.
you feel let's see, you feel something trying to take over your mind.
Okay.
Let's see, you need to beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a willpower roll.
Jesus.
With a willpower roll.
Yep.
Okay. Where is my dice pool? 5. So.
You know what? I'm going to make it easy. Beat 5. That is your difficulty. Roll roll your willpower difficulty 5. Otherwise, I will have you forever. All right. You feel it trying to grab your mind and grab you through it, but you're managing to fight it off with a dodge.
Okay. Carol.
Mm.
In the deep dreaming, we have 5 remembrance, which means we can use 5 remembrance for an action, for a thing. Can I use it for melee?
Yeah.
Thank you. 10, 15 at difficulty 6.
Okay.
Just a second. I will need to just look at my older shit that I have. Okay. Dragon's Iron William Sword, time 1, which means +1 damage. Dragon's Iron William, which is 2 successes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. Which means I attack it with my sword. 6 plus 6 plus 4, 10, plus 1 from William's sword that has come from Dragon's Ire 1. William has 9 strength. Another one from what was the name of this? Dragon's Ire 1. So he will roll 20 dice of damage to this Motherfucker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 lethal damage.
All right. Let's see. That takes it from. It's still not incapacitated.
It needs a soak.
I mean, it. All right.
I mean, well, I'm not gonna like make this.
No. If you want, I'll make this last as long as you like.
It's up to you. I mean, like if he just takes the damage, it just takes the damage. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's up to you. It's
roll
really
soak,
up to you.
roll soak, roll soak. I want to see its soak pool. I just want to know how fucked we are.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to find. Oh, how does armor work?
You
built
add
in.
it.
Armor. You
Add it to
you
the dice.
You have your stamina, which you roll to soak, and if it has armor, you add that to soak. And if it
Alright.
has any dexterity penalties, I don't know if it has, you
It
apply
does
them
not.
to your dexterity. So then you roll to soak.
4 successes plus 4 armor means it absorbs what? 8 of that then?
No,
you
because
add
armor
I add
armor
more.
is not automatic.
So
It's
I
not
roll that
fortitude.
as well then, I guess.
Armor dice, yeah.
Yeah.
3 more successes, so yeah,
7 soaked.
7. Yeah, it took 7 out of your how many damage?
15.
So you
8
do
damage.
8 damage. Yeah. It seems undaunted.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's a turn of Max. No, yeah, it's a turn of Max. No, it's the
it's
turn of Max.
uh
Max or Alice, yeah.
Alice and Nathaniel have the same initiative. How much dexterity do you have, Matthew?
4.
I have 4 as well.
Yeah, that's why I remembered that from the last time we did this. So,
How much wits do you have?
2.
I have 4.
Okay, you go first.
All right, excellent. Oh boy. I really should have looked this up before it was my turn. I apologize. Where's Legend of in this freaking book? Legend of me. Damnation. This doesn't work. Oh wait. Carol?
Max? What?
Could I use chicanery to make like can I use chicanery to make Nathaniel appear really, really large?
Yes.
Right in the middle between this dragon and William. And then basically have him with his hands to write out the letter, the words. Stop it, you idiots.
to what, your teammates or to everybody at large?
To everybody at large.
I think that would be what a persuasion or a manipulation roll, right? Or something along those lines to get them to listen to you. I think. But I mean, yeah, you can do that. You can do that as like an action. Yeah.
Yay. Okay. So yeah, no. He's gonna grab Alice's Sharpie, write this furiously in the air, and then basically grabs it and throws it in between them.
Okay. So yeah, with chicanery, it does. Let's see, you need to roll your stuff to see how much nightmare you accrue from doing this thing to unleash this giant note, I guess.
I mean, it's not unleashing. It's literally chicanery for 1.
I know
Yeah, but we
I'll-
can't. Yeah,
yeah.
every one of our effects in the deep
Oh
is
shit, that's right.
is unleashing.
Yeah.
All right. What? Just so do I just roll R plus realm?
Yes.
I up my fey. Hit! I now have 5 dice. This is a bad idea, guys.
Well, don't you roll your glamour because it's an unleashing?
Is
Oh.
it a glamour roll?
Yeah, unleashing's
Okay.
a glamour roll. You roll glamour.
I
Oh
haven't.
well, that's the same
Plus
dice.
nightmare. Well, plus your nightmare dice.
Yeah.
But
I don't have nightmare.
Not
yay, you're smart.
yet.
I don't know what the difficulty is with unleashing. I'm not familiar. I've never unleashed before.
Difficulty is base 7. You will automatically gain 1 nightmare for unleashing. Unlike a normal unleashing, though, because it's in the deep, we're in the deep, and you didn't call a regular unleashing. You get art plus realm as the max number of successes you can get, where you get to control the effect. If it goes
Okay.
over art plus realm in your whatever your dice pool there would be for that, then you would actually you lose control of it, and the ST gets full control over your whatever happens.
So let me roll 1 more die because it's my glamour. So I get 2 successes. My art plus realm for this is 5. I'll be AFK for a bit, guys, but I can still talk. I won't be able to roll dice.
Okay.
So if I need to roll dice, if somebody else could roll them for me, I'd be much appreciated.
Okay. Okay, so this large poster goes up in the air that says, what is it, "Stop, you idiots"?
Yes.
Yes. I believe it goes to Alice next. You see a giant sign that says, "Stop, you idiots." You have seen William take a big fucking swing at this gigantic monster. You know it's a lady.
Alice is considering this. She did not plan on trying to kill this thing.
Mhm.
That was not her original goal. Knowing it's a female dragon protecting her eggs, and Nathaniel seems 100% certain they cannot take it. Which means that she's like, oh well, maybe William and I can take it and he can't, but that means he can't, and that's not something she wants to have happen. Like going back with Nathaniel into a pancake. So,
Well, he won't be turned into a pancake. At least not a permanent pancake. It is pretty much impossible to hit a Slua in the deep dreaming.
Oh, good point. She's thinking about that.
Yeah, he's fairly liquid.
Then she will turn to look at Nathaniel and say, William's right. It's not our fight. And with that, I'm going to use her birthright and peace out.
Okay.
Damn.
Because Nathaniel said that stop. All right.
Mm-hmm.
She's fairly certain William is not going to stop. And William's a big boy and can deal with his own consequences in this case.
Okay.
She's gonna peace out because she cannot think of a way to handle this without making the situation worse.
Okay.
And doesn't know enough about what's going on, so since she has not been informed of almost anything. So yeah, she's peacing out. Unless she cannot fair escape from this, like even with the boost to her birthright.
I'm trying to think of where you would fair escape to, because it's not what it wouldn't take you to just like the library. I don't think it would take you to like a massive freehold.
It potentially, yeah. I mean, it's in. But here's the thing: it would be somewhere in the same area, but out of all observers / captors line of sight.
Somewhere in the same area, but out of sight in the deep. dream.
She could pop up where the eggs are.
But that is the effect normally. So whatever the enhancements to deep dreaming, because twinkling of an eye is like the weirdest thing and is completely going to be storyteller discretion at that point, according to the way the deep dreaming write-up looks. So I have.
Give me 30 seconds to run and grab something.
Okay, you're getting that book.
The perfect weapon. Books.
But yeah, no, she not enough information. Doesn't know really what's going on. Nathaniel thinks that this is a bad idea. And
you're good.
So yeah.
Daniel's just like, no, please don't fight. We can talk. Oh, wait, you can. I can't.
Yep.
It attacked me, man. I didn't attack it.
It didn't attack you.
She said roll initiative. It was attacking us.
All right, so Matthew, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
You land in Turoween, a small free city on the edge of Mispec Moor. Given to the arts of both black and white magic, all the buildings of the town are marked with stars, pentagrams, triangles, and signs of the zodiac. They're all overgrown with honeysuckle, arum lilies, black poppies, and deadly nightshade. There's magic about this city. It's practiced. Well, you see people casting spells, and some people are being dragged off to various prison cells that line the perimeter. There are among the citizens are people who look very, very sick. There's on the outskirts of the city a very large sphinx. It is not a statue. It is an actual sphinx, and it is writing with a large black pen in a large black book. It is half buried in red sand. All right, now back to the others. You guys are going to have to find her later, by the way.
It's the turn of the dragon.
Yeah. Let's see. The dragon rears back to let's see. I guess claw at William. So let's see.
Stop, you idiots.
2,
It has
3,
one. Difficulty is 8. To it. Does my shield count?
yes.
And it's difficulty 9.
Okay, so
Highest difficulty is 9. If you allow it to be 10, I think, then it's a botch. I have plus 2 difficulty from my shield, plus 2 difficulty from my dragon's ire too. So
that's fine. Yeah, no. The dragon swings at you and stumbles forward, exposing a weak spot where that you can see where its neck meets its wing joints.
What would be the difficulty to attack that weak spot?
What's the difficulty increase for a called shot?
Depends on where you hit it.
For neck, it's difficulty 3.
All right.
Plus 3.
That is difficulty. It's a very large neck, but it is a very scary thing. Yeah, we'll just stick with the diff 3.
No, it's plus diff 3.
Yes.
So like it'll be difficulty 9. Yes. But it's as its side?
Yeah, it stumbled towards you. That's why it's exposed. That's its botch. Its weak spot is within striking range of you.
Difficulty 8, you say, huh? Because I'm at his side. Like if I'm at his side, it also gives me -1 difficulty.
Flanking. Yeah, okay. Go for it.
I have another action that I can use for thanks to Wayfair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 successes.
Okie dokie.
What does neck gives me? +3. Yeah,
Mm,
it gives me +3 normally. So 2 + 3 plus William's strength +1.
okay.
So I will roll my dice just a second. 4 from the sword. 1 from the buff. 3 from the neck. 9 from William's fucking strength, and another 1 from William's magic. So it's 10. It's 18 dice. 6.
Where do you get all of this stuff from? Jesus.
I build him to be a strong hitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 damage to the neck. If he can't get enough successes, I will just cut his head off, I think.
Okay.
I think like normal, like if you need to cut someone's head off like a human, you need 5 successes.
Hold on. Let me see how much it. Well, it's its weak spot, so I don't. Its armor doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
2 damage.
Okay. Yeah, it's starting to look very upset by this and it seems a bit weaker for the damage it's taken.
It's the turn of Nathaniel.
Yes.
Is myself holding is my very large image of myself and his word still here?
Yes.
Can I just Nathaniel's gonna open his what I will loving to refer to his maw, and just this empty cold wind will come out of it. And can I roll an intimidation check
Yes.
on like everybody involved?
Sure.
Fantastic. What would this be? Would this be an appearance intimidation?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm going to use my remembrance because apparently we have remembrance 5 and that gives us 5 extra dice.
Yep.
My difficulty for this is 2, but we don't do that, so it's 3.
Okay. Jesus. Oh my God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes? No, wait, 9 successes. My apologies.
What do you roll to not be intimidated by that again? It's what?
Willpower.
Willpower, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dragon seems very unsettled. There is no beating that for the dragon.
I have 10 willpower normally. Do I get like more willpower?
What's the troll's?
It's
Birthday?
that you can never. It should get 2 extra dice if this goes if you're trying to uphold one of your oaths.
This isn't oath wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 versus how many did Nathaniel have? 8. Yeah.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 3 more on me.
Yeah. So, scary giant Slua, what are you doing?
That doesn't actually make noise. No,
Yeah.
he's just casting out his large cloak of spidery darkness
Jesus.
and wrap them both up and let the light of the words that he wrote the previous turn just increase so both of them can read it and just look real scary. Like that's the best way I can describe it. It looks real scary.
The darkness tells you, "Stop, you idiots."
Yeah.
Do I have to stop, or like do I get like penalties for not stopping?
Um,
That's
Yeah.
always up to storyteller.
I'm gonna say you're gonna take a 2-die penalty to ignore it.
Let's say 3 because he had like 3 die on me.
Okay, then 3 dice it is. 3-die
Okay.
penalty to ignore him and fight anyways. The dragon is not taking an action. It is not ignoring this.
William, kind of like, can I do something which is like the dragon is like kind of like his neck is near me.
Yeah.
Pardon?
You have an attack, like, you have an advantage, a distinct advantage. The dragon is stunned by what it's seeing. You know where its weak spot is.
Yeah.
You are near its weak spot.
He holds his sword to its weak spot by like maybe like grappling it. Can that be a thing by looking at like Nathaniel and like trying to understand why he wants him to stop?
I guess, what are you attempting to do? Like, what are you doing?
Like basically that thing is standing like in front of me. I'm trying to keep my sword at his neck where the weak spot is, not attacking him, but trying to understand what Nathaniel wants. Like he is still like has the advantage, and like he will fucking kill this thing if this thing tries to attack William. It's in William's mercy. That's what I want to do, but like at the same time, he wants to understand what Nathaniel is trying to say.
I guess perception, empathy, or perception, alertness to discern what maybe Nathaniel got to see. Since you're so close to the dragon.
2 success.
2 successes for what? Empathy or
Perception alertness.
perception? Okay. Out of the corner of your eye, you see roundish shapes. Orbs, almost.
I don't want to kill you, dragon. Tell me, how can I make the change?
It says in your head, you cannot.
What do you mean I cannot? The change is good. The dreaming is always about the change.
You and all other Cathane are at the mercy of the Grey World.
The Grey World regime is better than what is being promised and given to us.
Nathaniel will think inside his mind, can this thing actually hear me, my thoughts?
You hear, I can hear you in your head.
Carol, I have a very important question.
Yes.
Do I also need to whisper in my head?
You don't have to whisper in your head.
Okay. Nathaniel will have like a shocking realization. Inhale. Exhale. And because he's in the deep dreaming, things are a little bit different. And he'll think, okay, listen up, you scaly bastard. We don't have time for your enigma and question-like bullshit. There are nightmares running around, dreams being smothered in places, and generally, a very dangerous situation is going on. So I really don't have the time to wait on you and my friend here to duke it out, while people are just throwing things left, right, and center. We just want to know some shit. Do you understand me?
This very alien-esque creature, its cold mind seems to try and understand what you're screaming at it. And it simply responds, there are no nightmares here.
Great. Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. That's not what we want to know.
And William is speaking. I want to know. And I know you know. Don't lie to me and tell me, how can I find a way to change?
says, "Can you become a dragon?"
For a while, I can.
No, you can imitate a dragon. You cannot be a dragon.
I can kill a dragon. It stands at my mercy right now, so it's better that the dragon doesn't speak in a way that will piss me off.
If you want silence. And suddenly there is silence. And yeah, go ahead and what did I roll earlier?
I would like you to roll it at the +3 difficulty because Iron Will.
That's fine.
Oh, baby, baby. Ooh.
If it'll load, that'd be great.
It would be great if you load, man.
Ugh, God, I hate this dice roller so much. The worst. It is the worst. Like, hey, I'm trying to make you deaf for a couple of rounds, and it has to be all, no.
Maybe rolled again.
Ooh, dice are out there.
Let's see.
That shit.
Difficult. Okay, there we go.
9, difficulty 9 for mind effects.
And so 1, 2, 3.
Is
I
the mind
roll-
effect I was trying to do?
I'm trying to do a mind effect or something else.
Yeah, it's a mind effect. It's like you're telling it to be quiet. It's going to make you hear nothing.
Okay, I'm rolling my willpower, right?
Mm-hmm.
My difficulty?
Difficulty 9.
Wow. I got
That's
4 successes.
All right. So yeah, the world like seems to get quieter, but you fight through it and push back the dragon's effect.
William visibly gets angry. Like Nathaniel, you never seen him angry like this. And he says, "Me and mind effects. We go way back."
It's your turn.
I don't. Now, how can I change the world?
It's not answering you.
William looks at Nathaniel and he raises his sword. He's gonna cut the shit's head off, but what is Nathaniel doing?
Nathaniel will kind of, if he can turn into liquid, he'll turn into liquid, and he will. Can he drip himself up to the dragon onto his nose or some shit?
You're going to drip onto the dragon?
Yes.
I mean, you could probably rain yourself onto the dragon, yes. It'll take a turn.
So he'll turn into a cloud, and poof, if William hasn't killed it yet.
Is he like trying to stop William from killing it?
He's moving up to where you are technically, because you are a mountain currently. So I don't know what you want to take out of that.
No, William waits for Nathaniel. He doesn't think Nathaniel is going to do something bad to him. He trusts Nathaniel, but yeah, like he is still like that weapon is there, and he waits for Nathaniel to arrive.
So a little cloud starts to hover just in between the eyes of the dragon. And then it rains. The water turns into a puddle. Just out of it comes Nathaniel. Tell us about the Mara and the Baku. What had happened to them? Now.
It just gives you a head tilt.
How's it giving me a head tilt when I'm on its head?
Because it's confused, so you can slide along if you'd like into its ear canal.
So it's just like, no, it'll turn back into liquid and just like hover stay in one place, just like
Yeah,
like a bean sprout.
but it's like it's confused.
Dreams and nightmares. Why are they running amok?
Head tilt in the other direction.
You don't know the answer?
It's not going to give you an answer after you told it to shut up.
Now
Dragons
you
are
can-
temperamental things. You've offended it.
William is just gonna say, you act like you don't talk, but there's a way for you to talk, and it lies beneath that cave. So please, talk, so we can actually not kill each other.
Wait, can William hear Nathaniel?
No, he can't. The dragon is now also not responding to him.
The dragon just extends a wing to block the path towards its eggs, but it says nothing still.
Can you talk to me and not to him then? And he just like gestures to William and then to himself.
I'm just imagining stretched out like the Slua from the kids' books, just like
It's like liquid arms.
yeah. Like, and it kind of gives an exasperated sigh. I do not know Baku or Mara.
Well, do you know dreams and nightmares? The things that spread dreams and nightmares. These things that are out of balance.
The dreaming is vast. There are many things that create dreams and nightmares.
Like?
Are you asking me for a biology lesson?
Okay, you can. I'm trying, because Nathaniel right now is a lot more his face self than his human self, so I'm trying to determine whether or not he will be okay with this. Actually, no, he's a lot more his face self than his human self. So a guy like, okay, you can go through minds, right?
I can.
Okay, so can't you just look through mine and see what I mean about Mara and Baku?
You'll feel kind of like a sensation of claws going through your mind. Imagine your memories as a Rolodex. And just pointedness going through each memory as it brings it forward to look for what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, it's recent memories, so it isn't
Yeah.
that hard to find. In fact, it's the most recent memory.
It's also not the nicest of creatures. So it's looking.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you feel it like go back and forth between these memories, like all of your memories, like there may be creatures such as this, but what are they to me?
A sword that is not on your neck. I understand. You're a prideful creature. You are protecting your ex. But will you please fucking look at reality here?
Sorry. I'm looking at dragon, look at reality here.
Nathaniel, it doesn't speak to me, and I'm getting impatient.
Yeah, go ahead and roll whatever it is you're supposed to be rolling for impatience.
Yeah. What's my difficulty?
The dreaming?
Yes.
10.
I got one success.
All right, you're barely holding on.
Yeah, he
feel
will
your-
cut that head off really soon. Like, I don't want to fuck you over, Max. Please don't misunderstand
all
me.
right.
But William
I
is
got you.
getting extremely impatient with this guy.
Yeah,
I
your
got you.
sword
You
hand
play
is
your
itchy.
character, I play my character. Apparently, Nimrod is also an impatient person.
Like, I just imagine him trying to like shake the dragon. Like, come on, little jingle bells.
Give me some answers, dragon. I'm getting impatient.
Your kind always are impatient.
I want to change. I want to give an idea. As he speaks in his mind, for Nathaniel can't hear him now. I want to change the Baku. Give him the idea of a peaceful revolution. It will bring peace and justice to the dreaming and its kits. What do I need to do that?
I do not care about peace or justice, little
What do
Cathane.
What do you care about?
It's going to swipe at you.
Do it.
So,
Is it going to attack me? Okay.
yep.
Okay.
So,
William has his still has his shield on, as I've said, and
mhm. If it'll fucking roll. What's the difficulty to hit you right now?
I think the Dragon's Ire is over because it was 15 turns.
Mm-hmm.
It was 12 turns. If you say it's over, and it's difficulty 8 to hit me.
Okay. Let's see.
I think he has 4 successes.
Okay, so 4, and then let's see, that's 3 plus 3, 6. It's another 15.
Difficulty 8, by the way, to hurt me.
Oof. Nope. No.
William.
It just nothing happens.
Yeah, William says, "I am sorry, Nathaniel," and he will cut his head off. I'm using that dice again because guess what? We can.
Mhm.
And is it still difficulty 7?
Yeah,
I know 8.
It's you know better than I do.
Okay. 15 dice, come on. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay.
2 plus 4 plus 9, which is 15 dice of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the neck. Actually, I forget to add 3 more dice. Which. Because it's neck.
Mhm.
5 or maybe more damage. It doesn't roll. Oh, no, 5 damage to the neck.
Okay. It falls as you slice its head, maybe not cleanly through, but enough to where it kills the dragon. The body rolls, crushing almost all of the eggs.
No!
The heat from this dragon's body, though,
But I thought the eggs were behind it in the cave.
it not in a cave. No,
Oh.
just a clutch.
Can William try to not
No.
make them? Oh, okay. I had Wayfair active though.
Okay, I mean, yeah, sure. Roll for the grappling a giant body, I guess. Difficulty 10
Okay.
too.
I got 9 strength, 11 d10. Can I spend willpower?
Yes.
Thank you. Um, two successes.
2 successes. Okay. Yeah, you grab it. Its body. It is very heavy.
Yeah.
Very,
How heavy?
very, very.
How many pounds? How heavy is it, Carol?
It is. It is mountain-esquely heavy. Absurdly heavy. Life regrettably heavy.
Life regrettably heavy.
Life regrettably heavy. All William tries to do to save those eggs.
Okay. Fine. You managed to stop the roll of the body.
Nathaniel will turn into a cloud again. And not fall to his death.
Yes. It is
William will try to skin this alive and sell those pieces in the market later.
roll
But-
to harvest dross. Roll your glamour right now.
No, actually, I need to roll 9 dice. Sorry. No, nothing.
Okay.
But I actually wanted like its claws and its teeth and stuff like that to actually make weapons for the future because
Okay.
skin can make a good armor as well.
Okay. Is Kelgar with you, by the way?
I think I lost I forget Kelgar at the entrance because I never used Kelgar after that.
You never freaking use Kelgar. Fine. Nathaniel, your spider is skittering along the eggs, along with Vanessa's spider.
William
Nathaniel will walk towards the eggs.
I'm not going to make you roll perception since you're a Slua. You notice that they're kind of moving.
Oh my god, they're hatching.
They are hatching. You hear like the crack of the eggs as these little fuckers.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at how adorable they are. I want one.
I will give you one.
There are about 6 of them. About 3 of them look at Nathaniel, 3 look at William. Actually, you know what? No. 2 look at Nathaniel, 2 look at William, 1 each look at the 2 spiders. You just hear a cacophonous choir of Mama?
Mama.
Now, with this
Yes.
responsibility, they are
This is everything I've ever wanted, Carol.
Exactly. This is everything I wanted. I have my own dragons now.
it takes them a while to grow, so it's not like Tarnanar level dragonry here. And dear Lord, do not keep them all.
I will.
But you've got 2 that think you're its mom.
Yeah.
Nathaniel has 2 that thinks he's mom. Also, your Cluricon seems to have disappeared.
William,
Your
Kinda
sister, William.
she left me. I mean, William has a better things to do right now. I'm sorry. I will come back to Alice, but William actually looks for treasure of a dragon. Every
A
dragon
hoard.
has a treasure. Every dragon has a hoard, and he wants to
That-
get some like stuff from those. He actually like pulls the dragons to his like one hand, which is not holding any weapons, and he's like, "It's fine, guys. I will look after you. It's fine. Let me find my stuff that I came for, and then we will go back home and have fun there."
You find a hoard of jaws. Bottom jaws.
What is Jaws?
Like your lower mandible. Your
like a jaw, like your teeth,
yeah.
like the bottom part of your mouth.
What the fuck is this? William is like,
Not all hoards are innately valuable things.
yeah, true. Well, William is still looking for like something that
Okay.
he seeks, like like those like spiders. Like, is this it? Like he's looking at the spider, like, is this motherfucking it?
They crushed the one that was leading you, remember?
Oh yeah, okay.
Presumably, though, these dragons will have the same capabilities as their mother. So, you know,
This is going to be great.
that's mind control, if I need to spell it out for you.
Yeah. William looks at Nathaniel. What are you going to do with those?
He'll gesture something.
He will gesture what?
He'll gesture something. No, actually, he'll like put he'll stick out his left arm, and with his right hand just clap it on his left hand, and then raise it up, and then with both of his arms he'll go into the air and like do jazz hands.
What does jazz hands mean?
Oh God, show him
Exactly.
jazz hands.
Fall on.
I'm gonna go ahead and fade back to Matthew because I feel really guilty that he's been in silence this entire time while you guys.
No, it's fine. I mean, like, you guys have this part of the scene left to do. It's all good.
Jazz hands.
Okay. Yes, that's jazz hands. So what are you guys doing then?
Apparently, we're plundering a dragon's body. We're looting it, skinning
Yeah,
it, taking its
yeah.
claws and teeth,
Yeah,
and,
I wanna, like,
stealing its children.
Exactly. You're so unseelie, right?
Good.
I feel like I need to change Nathaniel's fucking court. I feel like he should be Seelie with all the things that Unseelie apparently do, and it's just like, no.
Since he's now a mom.
He's now a mother. He has
Nathaniel's mother of dragons.
Yeah, William and Nathaniel are mother of dragons right now. But like, I have one weird question. Do we need to like? Can we buy these guys as animal companions?
or Chimera.
You've earned them in this
Thank you.
ridiculously long scene. So, I mean, they're not entirely useful at the moment, though.
Yeah.
Level 1, they're newborns.
hmm
It's okay. My spider's a level 1 Chimera. It'll be great.
Your spider's just going to be like annoyed by the one that thinks it's its mom.
Like, I will help it. They will grow up as a happy family.
So, all right. Anything else? Are you guys going to? Vanessa's spider, you've seen it do this, William, can lead you places if you give it
Yeah.
directions.
William goes like after like everything is set. William is like, "Okay, Nathaniel, now we need to save Alice. Wherever the fuck she went." And William is like, "Hey, bro, shh, hey, shh. Lead us." And he taps like, "Lead us to Alice, Baroness Alice, Amari, Avenger, Alice."
It starts scurrying and leading like a rope like silver thread behind it for you to follow. It's a several mile long journey. By the time you get there, they've already erected a statue to Alice.
What?
They appreciate magic here. And she manifested out of fucking nowhere. just nowhere. So
Are we still in the deep dreaming?
yes.
Good lord.
They were very impressed by this feat in which she manifested in the middle of this town. So yes, there is a statue that has been erected. It bears a striking resemblance to her. There's also a throne that they are trying to get her to sit on.
William is like, "God damn it, Alice, are you Baroness here as well?"
Alice will look over at William. I didn't marry anyone, so I think they're trying to erect a statue so I'm queen.
We need to go back. We got I'm a mother. Nathaniel is a mother now. We got 4 dragons that we need to look after.
6.
3 I have. 3 Nathaniel has.
No, we both have 2, and the spiders each have 1.
Yeah.
Yes, they are being
Vanessa-
followed by these little things.
Vanessa's going to be so annoyed.
Yes,
I'm
dragons
glad
are bad.
whatever you needed to get done is done.
Thank you. We need to go back now.
I agree. And don't worry, William. That'll be the last time I come to help you.
Huh?
I won't get in your way again. She says, walking past him.
William is like, I don't understand what you mean.
I think I was perfectly clear.
No, you were not clear. You were throwing fits like child. Say what you want to say. I don't understand what you're meaning. This was not your fight. You were not going to be happy with what I'm trying to do. So I said, leave. This is not your fight.
Right, and I left.
And I should feel bad about this because I wanted you to be safe.
No, you shouldn't feel bad. You shouldn't feel anything. I'm just stating a fact.
Stating what fact? That you're not going to aid me anymore for what I did? What I did to you is to try to help you.
Not for what you did, but for how you treated me.
How I treated you?
Yes.
So saying that this is not your fight is what, bullying you now?
No.
I know you're not going to be happy with what I'm trying to do, so I'm trying to
It has
help
nothing
you.
to do with that part of what you said.
What part of
You
I
keep
said
going
is the
back to that
problem?
because you want to be some sort of martyr and you want everyone to feel bad for you because, everyone's belittling you. Everyone's stacking it onto you. You. It's not about you all the time.
So what this is about when you say I'm not going to help you?
Vanessa called for us to assist you.
I didn't ask Vanessa to call you.
No, you didn't. But clearly that's a mistake to come to assist if someone asks me to help you. So I'm not going to. I can't
That is
handle
your
the situation.
choice.
I can't stand my ground very well. That's what you think of me. And it is my choice.
That's not what I think, but you're free to think whatever the hell you want to think.
No, your actions speak pretty loudly, though.
My actions were trying for your health. That was a dragon that I was about to fight.
Nathaniel will look at his spider, pick it up, put it on his head, look at the 3 dragons that were following him, look at Vanessa's spider, and do a little tappy with his fingers towards it that says, "Can we go now?"
Alice was already walking.
Vanessa's spider will start towards between 2 buildings. We'll start weaving a very large web that eventually opens up to a trod that leads to the library.
But before they enter the library,
Yeah, actually, I'll have to roll willpower to want to leave this place.
I
Oh
spent
boy.
shit. I'm not gonna spend fucking difficulty 10 shit. I'm spending a willpower.
Wait, you can spend willpower on willpower rolls?
Just for this one, because it's
Fail.
yeah. So you don't want to leave. This place it just feels right. You are more yourself here than you've been anywhere else. You fight better. You move better. It is home. This is Alice, by the way, if that was your willpower roll.
Yeah, that was my willpower roll.
This is the first time that Nathaniel has been into dreaming. In fact, it's the first time he's gone to the deep. The first time. So, he's not gonna spend the willpower.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the difficulty was.
10. It's a difficulty 10. That is a bot. No, that is a fail. Just a fail. You don't want to go.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Then fucking what's their face? Alice botched.
Alice will put up a fight and probably kick someone's ass if they try to forcibly make her leave. She's fucking queen here. A warrior queen. A magical warrior queen. They get you, Alice.
William is like, guys, we don't need time for this. Let's go. We need to go back. You guys will be mad if you remain here.
Nathaniel just hand gestures.
Nathaniel, I don't care. We're leaving. We need to leave.
Yeah, good
Ava
luck
is
grabbing.
waiting for you. Ava is waiting for you, Nathaniel. Let's go. Your friends are waiting for you, Nathaniel.
I have work to do here myself, so William, why don't you go back since this was your mission? You've already completed whatever you came here to do.
Yeah, and your husband is just gonna get loose and make it worse for everybody. We need to leave. This is not your story.
I'm really sick of you insulting my husband all the time.
I'm really sick of your goddamn attitude who's giving me a bunch of shit for no fucking reason to.
No, I'm tired of you giving shit to everyone first and then turning around saying, no, I'm the victim.
Oh, really?
Gaslight me all you want, but that doesn't change what's happening here.
Yeah, sure. You need to go back.
I want people to be rolling some, let's see, wits. Just straight wits. Because you guys are making references to people that you probably won't remember because you were in the deep dream.
Yeah.
Husbands and stuff. Which husband? Exactly.
Oh, wait, you don't remember them?
No. You are willing yourself to leave the closest thing to Arcadia changelings can currently access. Yeah.
All right. What wits plus what do you say?
Just a straight wits roll.
Wits.
Yeah,
Okay.
straight wits diff 8. Max,
I succeed.
Yes, you remember who Ava is, so you can go ahead and roll. And you get to another willpower roll. And Alice, you remember that Sebastian is a husband that does not exist here. So you get to roll willpower again to see if you can actually muster up the strength to go back. Because otherwise, maybe you do have a husband here. Maybe he's
feel like
for you. Maybe he's better.
Nathaniel's gonna spend a point of willpower.
Yeah, since we can spend willpower on this, I will just spend the point of willpower.
Okay. You don't have to roll if you're spending.
Okay.
It's yeah. Gosh, this deep dreaming world to not get back is really useful in tabletop games, but in a venue style game, it's really just annoying.
Yeah.
One of the weird things about like Alice and William right now, they're like having a fight, but they won't remember any of it.
They won't.
Nope.
It's kind of weird that they just they just had one of the worst fights ever, but they won't remember it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not a lick of it. It's going to fade like a snowflake on a black car in July.
Exactly. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's go. We need to go. We need to go.
So yeah, the spider's web opens the trod to the library.
And we got 6 dragons with us.
And you have no idea where the fuck they came from.
So William has like 3 on his hands as because we were carrying them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, we got 2 or 3 because you were saying spiders has 2.
They are vaguely Jack Russell sized.
Okay. William is carrying 2 dragons and was like, wait, what are these? What the fuck we did?
You just hear "Mama" in your head from just a choir of voices.
What the 2 of them saying "Mama,
Yeah.
Mama, Mama."
Yeah, 2 of them say, well, they're all saying "Mama," but they're all looking at different things.
Shit. Mama, no. No. William looks at Nathaniel and Alice. I remember going alone. I don't remember why did you guys come though.
Last thing I remember was I was at home in the freehold.
Oh,
Maybe you called for us?
I don't know. I know why I entered. I have 2 dragons now. But thank you
Daniel's
guys.
gonna look around for Vanessa. She's like,
Yeah,
is she here?
Vanessa she is currently trying to like push away the dragon that is like trying to like nuzzle her very once again tiny spider. She's just like no. She, like if a dragon has a scruff, that is what she like picks it up by, and she looks at the 3 of you. She goes, "Someone take this." And she looks at Alice, who doesn't have dragons currently crawling all over, and she like hands it to her. Take.
Alice takes it into her hands.
Dragons do not belong in libraries.
Can I have the last one? I will give it to Hall and Misha and myself.
The one that's on Nathaniel's spider? That's for him to determine. I guess. Yeah.
Like, Nathaniel has 2 and like his spider has 1. So William is asking like, can I just like have it because I want to give it to my like monthly mate.
Nathaniel will look at his own spider and like question. Is the spider ready to raise a child?
I don't think it's ready to raise a child. No.
Is it ready for that responsibility? Is Nathaniel ready for that responsibility? The simple answer is no, he's not.
If you want, like, if you're not ready for 2, we can give it to like Dixie or Amber.
We'll see. I'll try my best. 3, however, I think 3 is a bit much. So if he can come over and visit.
Yeah, we should like make these dragons visit each other because they're like bros and sisters.
Yeah. You don't break up families. That's a bad thing.
Exactly, we shouldn't break up the families. So maybe like
Hashtag irony.
I don't know how we got these, but you know, because Mama, no.
I'm sure we got asked by someone to take care of them.
Me too. Zooming probably ask us to like take care of these for my mission, but Nathaniel, can you look after 2 of them, man?
Sure.
I mean, it's up to you. And William like tries to reach for the one that has spider, and like, can I?
The spider will raise up its hackles and is like, no. No, you can probably. I don't know how the dragon reacts.
I mean, the dragon is small. And
William is like, Daddy, come to Daddy, Mama, no, Daddy, come on, it's fine.
you can do what Vanessa did and just like pick it up.
Exactly, he just picks it up and like puts it in his hand.
They are not large. Again, Jack Russells are very small. They're Jack Russell pup size, so they're like, I don't know, softball sized little dudes right now. They're not going to be facing down trolls anytime soon.
Yeah. Hey, Alice and Nathaniel and Vanessa, thank you for whatever you guys did.
Right. Whatever it was, it had to be important.
I'm a person who can't just let people suffer. I think this balance is a weird thing. I don't know what I got, but I just want to find a better way for handling Miss Mara and Baku.
I don't think that we can do anything to influence Mara and Baku directly, not in a way that's not going to have unintended consequences.
I don't want to return to balance, Alice.
I'm not saying...
Cruel.
If you want to change the world, Just try to make the world a better place like you've been doing.
I mean,
It's
that's
why I'm.
Go on, sorry.
Well, it's why I'm. There's a concert I'm going to be holding soon. I'm going to be donating most of the proceeds to charity. I mean, make the world a better place.
I'm proud of you.
We live off the dreams of others. Some would argue we're parasites.
I don't know. This choice is too big to make, but I can't make it, and I want to help. I don't want to go back for a world where nobles and commoners are judged in different judges, where commoners' worth is known by how well it serves to the people in power.
The dreams that you're fighting aren't just the she.
It's the nobles.
It's not just the nobles. You're fighting against the dreams of a society, an empire, the ancestors of those who went out and colonized, and those who went out and conquered before them. In Western history, you guys talk about Alexander the Great, or some guy named Bismarck that they made a ship after, or other famous conquerors. We do the same in Asia. I mean, the Warring States period, the Meiji Restoration era, the powerful stepping on the weak.
I don't know.
If you want to change those dreams, change the future, change the outcome for people, whether they're she or noble, commoner, or something else entirely,
But my
or the
sister,
mortals.
we can change the future by changing Baku by changing Baku, making him see us the dreams of revolution, a peaceful revolution.
Revolutions are
Where
never peaceful. Change is painful and violent and aggressive. The biggest thing I've learned from mastering pyretics is that change always comes at a cost. And sometimes that cost is worth it. Many times it is. But change is often ugly. It burns. It leaves scars. Like
what
my
do you
cooking.
say? What do you say, Nathaniel?
I'm saying if you want to make a revolution, fine, but know that it's going to be blood and sweat and tears. If you want to make the world a better place, though, help others. That's what I'm doing.
I already do.
Then you're already making the future better.
It's not good enough, though.
It has to be.
William, you're being awfully dramatic.
William, you're a mom now.
Dramatic how?
Change is not going to happen overnight. Change is not going to happen in a day. It needs one major event, and afterwards the ripples will be felt for decades to come. To hope for peaceful change, yes, I feel like an illusion. Look at how every single change in history has gone. It's a noble goal, but one that is, I think, ultimately not possible. But what you can do is do other things to change. But what those things are is something you'll have to find out yourself.
Alice is smiling at this.
And the situation is pointing us south. I just can't ignore it sometimes.
We're not saying to ignore it. Look what I'm doing. As I said, I'm going to be throwing a charity concert soon.
Guys, it's not just about the charity. It's about the world and the changeling world as it is. It's filled with corruption and injustice. That's why I entered from those rooms to find a way to change Baku.
And our world is full of corruption. The world outside these doors is full of corruption. So if I can help the people, those she's looking out there, just people who can't even see what we can see, that changes dreams. Making their dreams come true. I mean, we're the embodiments of dreams. Doesn't that change stuff better than trying to change, I don't know, the source of dreams into dreaming? Doesn't that work better if we change the things that change the dreaming itself? I mean, what if we convinced everyone out there tomorrow, that autocracy wasn't the way?
I don't think I will be aggressive as I was regarding this change, but I still want something better than this stupid balance that everybody speaks about.
Well, as long as you keep my previous pep talk in mind. You haven't
You know,
forgotten already, have you?
No, I didn't.
Don't be a martyr.
Why?
Because you'll die.
Because martyrs aren't the ones who change the world.
No.
In any case, I am going to try and figure out what dragons eat.
Yeah, I should do the same. We should also sell all the stuff that we brought, by the way.
Oh, right.
I already wonder who killed this dragon. It looks like a dragon. Yeah, this is a dragon.
Oh shit, we have its fucking scales and claws.
Yes. Alice, did you kill a dragon?
She shrugs. I've been just giving away a lot of the stuff that I would normally get anyways.
I guess. It's probably Dixie who killed the dragon.
I live in the freehold, after all. Oh, speaking of which, does anyone here have a use for, I don't know if this could come up, but centaur blood?
Nah.
All right, just let me know. She says, walking out of the library.
William will look at the Nathaniel, nod, put the dragons on his shoulder. Then he will leave.
And Nathaniel does his thing at the library most of the time. So I guess this is where we'll end our scene, or do you want to do something with your dragons?
No, I think this is good for me.
All right. So this is where we'll end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and we'll see you next time.